In the intergalactic hall of knowledge, history's greatest minds are brought back to life. Their mission, to spread humanity's knowledge to every corner of the universe, starting with you. Put your hands together and welcome to the stage, direct from the 20th century, the man who puts the fizz into physicist Albert Einstein! What is time? Would you like to join me on a trip to uncover its mysteries? We'll read clocks of each and every kind, experience the passing of seconds and minutes, and journey into the marvels of my most known work, the theory of relativity. Keep on going. What is puzzling you?
Did you always want to be a scientist?
I did, but my father, Daddy dearest, had different ideas. He was an engineer and entrepreneur, you see, and of course he wanted me to follow in his footsteps, but it was not for me. Despite Father's persuasive attempts to sway me, I took my own path and went forth on my own journey of discovery. The cadence of clocks. Move the hands around the clock. Keep on turning. Don't let them stop. Can you turn night into day? You can do it, haven't they? Let me know when you're ready to start the game. Level 1, o'clock. The face of a clock is a big circle. The numbers 1 to 12 are written around the outside. With the number 12 at the top, then 1, 2, 3, and so on, clockwise, around the face. Now look at the pointers. They're called hands. The short hand is the move the hour hand to 2 o'clock. Good job. Move the hour hand to 5 o'clock. Move the hour hand to 7 o'clock. Terrific! Let's check if you've got it. Move the hour hand to 1 o'clock. That's it! Move the hour hand to 6 o'clock. Move the hour hand to 12 o'clock. Keep trying. You did it! Ready to try by yourself? Move the hour hand to 10 o'clock. Perfect! Move the hour hand to 9 o'clock. the hour hand to 4 o'clock. Level 2. Awesome. I was already missing my violin. This is my stopwatch. It's quite special. It doesn't just measure time, it controls it. Tie it while I play with my violin, Lena. Look here at my fantastic clock. Its pendulum is broken. Let's fix it. Tilt the device left and right to swing me further to each side. No need to touch the screen. Move your hands and watch me swing. Brilliant. Wow, that's enchanting. I can see why my fellow human hero, Galileo, became fascinated with motion when he observed the swinging of the chandelier. Hooray for you! Could you make a pendulum at home? Have a go. Some string and a weight are all you need. Extreme adaptogenesis. Press and hold my pump for the right number of seconds to inflate the balloon. Remember to remove your finger when you think the time is up, okay? Let's play. Touch and hold the pump for 3 seconds. 3 elephants, 2 elephants, 1 elephant, 0. You waited too long. Can you wait 3 elephants, 2 elephants, 1 elephant, 0? Way to go! Can you wait 4 elephants, 3 elephants, 2 elephants, 1 elephant? Good job! You've got it! Ready to try by yourself? Off you go! Count aloud or in your head. Can you wait 4 seconds? Terrific! Can you wait 5 seconds? Wonderful! Hold for 6 seconds. Synaptogenesis! Sagacious stage. The regard of relativity. Well, Why, hello again, my fantastic physicists. I always say life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. And for moving objects, everything becomes relative. Which leads me on to one of my finest stories, called On the Electrodynamics of Moving Bodies. Have you met Hans and Edward? You know, off on a great space adventure to help us explore the complexities of space and time. Edward is an astronaut, and he's getting ready to zoom to our nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, while Flight Director Hans will remain on planet Earth to direct his brother Edward on his mission. Say goodbye, boys. We have a rocket to launch. Hans needs to prep mission control for the pre-launch sequence. Mission control look like they're ready. Oh, so many buttons. And look, here's Edward heading towards the rocket. Oh, the excitement of a rocket ride. Quick, let's help Edward up to his flight deck and explore the relationship between gravity and time. Can you see the button? The longer you hold it down, the more charge you will give it, and the further the lift will travel upwards. Be careful not to charge beyond the green bar. Are you ready? Go! Remember to repeat until Edward reaches it again. You're too close to Earth. Time's running slow. Lower, slow. When lower, pendulum slows down. Look at the pendulum. It's ticking faster. Remember, never stop questioning. Look at the pendulum. It's speeding up. What changes can you see on the pendulum? You did it! Edward is now inside the Einstein selfie rocket. Activate main engine. Ready for launch in T-10, and onboard computers have full control. 7, 6. Main engine activated. 3, 2, 1, and liftoff! Einstein's selfie rocket is on its way to Alpha Centauri. Safe journey, Edward. Bon voyage! Wow, what a blast! So much energy. Gravity didn't stand a chance. Alpha Centauri is quite a distance from Earth. We'll have to speed up a lot to get there in time. Can you see the distance to Alpha Centauri at the top? We need to get Edward there. Move the spaceship by swiping on this area quickly and repeatedly. You'll have to go as fast as you can, but be careful not to break the laws of physics by reaching the maximum speed of light. Ready to swipe? Yes, get it to optimal speed. Do you know you can make the rocket smaller by swiping faster? Try it. If you speed up, the rocket will contract. It will appear shorter. Nothing can break the laws of physics. If you slow down, the rocket will expand. Well done. Slow down and make time travel faster. What you see before your very eyes is length contraction. Speed up the rocket more to witness length contraction. The faster the rocket travels, the shorter the rocket appears. It's too late! The clock has stopped ticking altogether! Ah-ha! What happens to the clock when the rocket travels too slowly? Watch the rocket shrinking before your eyes. Can you see the rocket contracts as you get faster? Faster speeds mean time passes slower. The closer to the speed of light you are traveling, the more time will slow down for you. Length contraction is happening right before your eyes. Spot on. Keep swiping at the bar to keep the rocket at this speed. Keep within that green area for optimal speed. The clock is showing the effect of velocity-time dilation. Wonderful. Faster speeds mean time passes slower. Keep going. If you speed up, the rocket will contract. It will appear shorter. Outstanding. The closer to the speed of light you are traveling, the more time will slow down for you. Way to go! Good job! Superb! Well done! We finally made it safely to Alpha Centauri. It's a solar system made up of 3 stars. How cool is that? It makes our solar system look a bit boring by comparison. Edward wants to capture this special moment. It's selfie time. Say cheesecake, or as Mama used to say, Käsekuchen. Let's head back to Earth and see how Hans has been getting on down in mission control. Edward is so excited to show him his new selfie. Relativity is how different people see the same thing in different ways, depending on their frame of reference. For example, an elephant is so big compared to an ant, but is so small compared to planet Earth. In exactly the same way, my theory of relativity says that for Edward, time appears to run differently depending on where he is and the speed he is traveling in relation to Hans and planet Earth. The consequences of my theory of special relativity become very obvious only when you travel at very high speeds. I discovered this when I was 26 years old. Remember when Edward was in the lift? The higher he went, the faster the clock was ticking. This effect is called gravitational time dilation, and it's happening because the Earth is so big it curves the fabric of space-time and slows down time. And it's why clocks on satellites high above the Earth run faster than clocks down on Earth. I proved this to be true in my theory of general relativity, which took me 10 years of hard work. Do you remember when the rocket was zooming through space at great speeds? The clock went slower the faster the rocket went. So the rule is faster rocket, slower clock. This phenomenon is called velocity-time dilation, and it's what makes time travel theoretically possible. Remember how the rocket got squished and squashed when speeding up? It shrank. This phenomenon is called length contraction. So not only time is relative, but length is also relative. So our new improved rule is faster rocket, shorter rocket, and slower clock. Great human heroes before me proved that the speed of light remains the same for all people and is not relative to how fast they move when they measure it. So because the speed of light cannot change, time and length need to squash and stretch to compensate. Simple. All I needed to work this out was some imagination, a lot of hard work, and ginormous doses of synaptogenesis. It followed from the special theory of relativity that mass and energy are both but different manifestations
of the same thing. A somewhat unfamiliar conception for the average mind. Furthermore, the equation E is equal mc squared, in which energy is equal to mass multiplied with the square of the velocity of light, showed that very small amount of mass may be converted
into a very large amount of energy, and vice versa. The mass and energy were, in fact, equivalent, according to the formula mentioned above. This was demonstrated by Cockcroft and Walton in 1932, experimentally. My, oh my! Time really does fly when you're having fun. Hold on a second. Is that Hans? Why does he look different? Is he going to a fancy dress party? Actually, no. Remember what we've learned about the relativity of time. Edward's time, while in the fast-moving rocket, has run slower in comparison to Hans' time back on Earth. As a result, Edward has aged far less, and for poor old, very old Hans, he aged at a faster rate compared to Edward, and is now a very old granddad. I know that my story sounds incredible, but we have very strong evidence that my theory of relativity is true. But remember to never stop questioning. Supreme synaptogenesis! Sagacious stage. Wow! Let's see what you've unlocked. Whoa! What's this light? Style-tastic! What would you like to ask?
Professor, you're not wearing any socks. Aren't your feet cold?
Well spotted. When I was young, I found out that my big toe always ends up making a hole in my socks. So I stopped wearing socks. No socks, no holes, you see? Simple. Who's next? Yes, you.